Today I'm going to break down VPN security into a basic and realistic video. I've been seeing a lot of confusing misinformation on VPN security by VPN companies. So today we're going to get down to the basics and the reality of VPN security. Let's get started. All good security is in layers. I'm going to break down VPN security into 4 layers and briefly go over each one. Let's start with the first layer of VPN security. This is the layer between you and your ISP, Internet Service Provider. Most likely your ISP is storing, sharing, and even selling your internet browsing history. A good VPN will put a quick stop to this. When we go through a VPN, our ISP sees that we are going to one IP address, and that is all they collect. One IP address instead of all of your internet browsing history. The second layer of VPN security starts to get complicated, and this is where a lot of false information and confusion starts coming into play. A VPN is an encrypted tunnel from your computer to your VPN server. Many VPN companies advertise the level of their encryption and call other levels and methods of encryption insufficient or worthless. The reality is, it is important to have good encryption, but the odds of getting compromised at this level are small. For a person to spend the time to hack into and decrypt the information here is much more work than it would be worth 99.99% of the time. This is usually not an area that gets compromised, but it gets focused on a lot because it is used in VPN marketing. The third layer, the VPN company itself. Who is your VPN company? When we send traffic through a VPN company, we are blindly trusting them. We have no idea if they have secure practices. It is easy to toss out some confusing encryption numbers and jargon. The reality is no one really checks in on this. In the world of encryption, unless you hold the encryption keys, you never know if your information is really encrypted or secure. Is your VPN company a data miner collecting your information? Maybe reselling your information? Maybe your VPN company could be a nation-state intelligence agency. If I was an intelligence agency with billions of dollars a year to spend, it would not be too difficult to create the fastest and nicest and most affordable VPN and harvest all the information from them. In the security industry, this is called a honeypot. A honeypot is used to attract criminals or political dissents. We do not really know who these VPN companies are, and all of our traffic goes through them. This is a big security hole. How do we protect ourselves at this layer? A couple of tips. Do not send sensitive information through a third-party VPN. Never log into a financial accounts. Never log into accounts that have personal information, such as date of birth, phone number, addresses. Never log into accounts like Facebook, Google, etc. A third-party VPN should just be for casual internet browsing. Never trust it with sensitive information. Many VPN companies are good, hard-working people, offering a valuable service, and should be treated as such. But in the world of security, we do not know who they are, so always keep that in mind. The fourth layer, beyond the VPN and into the internet. This is a layer that gets more frequently exploited and compromised. It is not talked about a lot because it's not a great marketing plus for the VPN industry. VPN companies also like to give a false sense of security at this level. Many VPN companies advertise that you are protected as soon as you log on to their services. This is just not true when it comes to browsing the internet. A VPN will cloak your real IP address at this level, which can help your internet security. Security and anonymity at this level 99% of the time get compromised by third-party websites with tracking cookies. If you log into websites like Google Mail, Facebook, Amazon, with your real identity, these types of websites will harvest your internet browsing history and tie it all back to your real ID. Unless you spend some time setting your internet browser not to accept tracking cookies, clear your cookies, or use a separate browser with your real identity, the VPN will not be much protection at this level. Do not let your VPN give you a false sense of security. Conclusion. Most VPNs will offer good protection from your ISP, Internet Service Provider, harvesting, sharing, or selling your internet usage data. A VPN's protection at the level of the internet browsing is limited. At this level, it is up to you to practice internet browsing security and to be careful of websites you use and share your personal information with. It is up to you, the user, to protect your information on the internet. A VPN is a good start, but does have its limitations. Be safe and be secure.